Middle Eastern oil superpowers searching for a way to avoid the dangerous Strait of Hormuz and yet still move crude to the rest of the world. The Financial Times reports today that Middle East officials are now looking to build out a network of crude and liquid natural gas pipelines through Iraq, Jordan, Syria, or Turkey as they weigh the threat that Iran could seize and then totally control the Strait of Hormuz. They are not the only ones trying to protect their energy access through brand new pipelines. Alaska is advancing the proposal for its 807-mile-long LNG pipeline. The Trump administration has been trying to fund this project since before the war, but now it's been elevated from a state project to what Energy Secretary Chris Wright said is probably our most single important energy infrastructure project of this whole administration. Joining me now is the man who is right there in Alaska running the state, Governor Mike Dunleavy. Governor, thank you for joining us. Glad you're here with us on Good Friday. We appreciate it. Can you give us a sense, because this is privately funded, so it's not using taxpayer money, correct?
Correct. It's a privately funded project. It's huge. It'll be the largest project probably ever in the Arctic and quite possibly the largest in the Pacific for some time to come. And so it's a massive project, 800-mile pipeline, liquefaction plant down south on Tidewater in the North Pacific. And on the North Slope, there's a gas conditioning plant. So it's huge, but we think it's time. The time is right. The time is now for obvious reasons.
Well, yeah, here's an obvious reason. We saw West Texas Intermediate, the crude that trades here in the United States, soar to $111 and change just yesterday. Big, huge moves. And there has been, since the war began, just such a pronounced spike. People are paying more at the gas pumps. So obviously, this is the kind of thing that, could you say, once it's up and running, could ease the situation no matter what type of geopolitical event is happening?
Well, you bring up a good point. So Alaska has had since 1977 the Trans-Alaska Oil Pipeline pumping oil. We've pumped about 18 billion with a B, billion barrels through that pipeline, and we have billions of more to pump through that pipeline. We're also talking about a gas pipeline that would parallel that pipeline, the oil pipeline, through half of the state and then swerve off to the west for a little bit, and then also go to Tidewater. The gas is important for not just Alaska, but our Asian allies. And as you see what's happening in the Persian Gulf, what was hoped to be a stable area, even though most people knew that there was always going to be some volatility there, has really just fallen apart over the last several weeks. And we don't know what the future is going to be. And so that risk involved in getting gas, I think, is what's going to be driving Asian customers, for example. And they are having deeper conversations with the private concern, Glen Farm, that is spearheading this project for offtakes. And so you're going to see a lot of oil activity. We just had leases in NPRA, in which over 1.3 million acres of oil lease land was had here at a recent auction. And now we've got a gas situation that we think we can help our Asian allies with, since we are by far the closest state to Japan, Korea, and Taiwan.
Well, that's obviously a huge part of this entire project. It would really be beneficial to the United States because you're talking about a lot of revenue there. What about tax breaks that you would grant the company that is going to really spearhead this project?
Well, we're working with our legislature right now on bringing down the tax rates from our property tax. We have one of the highest property tax rates in the country, which is oftentimes a barrier for business, especially projects of this magnitude. So we're in discussions now with our local municipalities that would be affected, as well as our legislature. We're hopeful that we can get a change to this tax process so that it helps with the economics for this project, because in the end, Alaska is also going to use some of this gas. Most of it will be shipped overseas, but we'll also use some of this gas, and we don't want our ratepayers paying a high rate for gas because of a high property tax imposed on this project.
Well, I like that idea, definitely. You're talking about natural gas, talking about oil,
yes,
but natural gas in particular. Everybody talks about how 20 million barrels a day go through the Strait of Hormuz when it's open, but that's barrels of oil. It is also a key choke point in the Strait of Hormuz to get liquid natural gas through. And so I think that has been a major issue as well. LNG is so plentiful in the United States, certainly in Alaska, but also the lower 48. Give us a sense of how you feel the United States could be the leader technologically when it comes to extracting in a clean and positive way all of this natural gas and converting it to liquid.
Well, I think we are a leader in extracting it, as you said, in a clean way. So the Alaska, by proximity, is probably the best bet for our Asian allies because we're only 8 days by ship to Tokyo. The Gulf gas is 20-some days going through the canal, then going across the Pacific. And remember, we're the closest state by far to Asia. We're the most western state in the United States, the northernmost, but the westernmost as well. And so our shipping times to Asia are very, very quick, quicker than Strait of Hormuz, quicker than coming from Australia, quicker than coming from the Gulf. So Alaska really is a place to really look to for gas. And I'll say this, Alaska pioneered LNG export in the world in the late 1960s. We were the first place on the planet to actually export LNG, and we did that. We exported to Japan for 50 straight years, uninterrupted, and that's the key. There's no Strait of Hormuz you have to go through. It's just the North Pacific, uncontested waters, and of course we have a large naval presence in the North Pacific as well. So if you want safe, secure gas, safe, secure oil, you get it from Alaska.
Alaskans do pay around, correct me if I'm wrong, 2 to 3 times the national average for energy, which is kind of ironic considering there's a lot of energy underneath the ground in Alaska. But you have talked about attracting a lot of data centers, or even data centers that would be open to running on liquid natural gas. We cover the hyperscalers a lot, and they at this point are like, we don't care where we get our energy, whether it's nuclear, whether it's electric, natural gas, we want energy to build out our data centers. But how realistic is that if the cost of energy in Alaska is as high as it is?
Well, when you look at the cost of energy in Alaska, you're looking at also 220 plus communities that are off our road system that are on diesel. And we're working at bringing the cost of those small electricity costs and fuel costs down for those small communities through a whole host of hydro projects, other types of renewable projects as well. But when we talk about the gas line, that goes through the major population centers of Alaska, the middle of the state. And we believe we can, we'll be able to have gas at 4, 5, 6 cents a kilowatt hour for data farm customers. The data farm customers are actually going to help reduce the cost for energy on the rail belt because our population is so small, the data farm needs are so big that our gas offtake will be small compared to that, which will lower the overall price because of these large hyperscalers. But when you factor in ambient temperatures are lower in Alaska, so less energy is needed to cool these data farms, large amounts of fresh water, large acreage, contiguous acreages of land, et cetera. It all comes together to make Alaska, I think, a great place for data farms.
I think I need to take a research trip to Alaska. I've never been.
You have to.
Okay, I'll ask.
Come up to our energy conference. We're having an energy conference in May. Okay. We have that energy conference every year, and people from all over the world come up, and you can see what we do here in Alaska. Oh,
I'm packing my bags. I want some of that salmon, too. I'm all about food and chocolate. What is with me? Governor, it's a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for joining us, and happy holiday.